will see demonstrated here this afternoon are coordinated tactical techniques developed by Navy and Marine Corps pilots in both peacetime training and actual combat. These maneuvers are neither stunts nor daring feats, but are refinements of basic techniques taught to every prospective naval aviator. Here in the skies over Pax River, we will demonstrate these maneuvers at very low altitude in traditional Blue Angel formation, so you may see and take pride in the precise fashion in which your Navy and Marine Corps pilots are trained to fly. Now direct your attention to the ramp before you and observe the military manner in which the 6 demonstration pilots approach their aircraft and are saluted by their crew chiefs. Ladies and gentlemen, Flight Blue Angel number 1, the commanding officer and flight leader of the Blue Angels from Canton, Connecticut, Captain Adam Bryant. Flight Blue Angel number 2, the right wingman from Thousand Oaks, California, Lieutenant Cam Schneider. Flight Blue Angel number 3, the left wingman from Geneva, Illinois, Lieutenant Chris Hubin. Flight Blue Angel number 4, the slot pilot from Beaufort, South Carolina, Lieutenant Colonel Brandon Wilkins. Flight Blue Angel number 5, the lead solo from Freeport, Maine, Lieutenant Commander Connor O'Donnell. Flight Blue Angel number 6, the opposing solo from Chantilly, Virginia, Major Scott Lux. As the crew chiefs assist the pilots into their jets, you're witnessing the teamwork found in all Navy and Marine Corps units. The Blue Angels take a great deal of pride in personifying the Navy and Marine Corps values of honor, courage, and commitment. For more information on our support crews and our pilots, we invite you to follow us on social media, including Facebook and Instagram. There you'll find exclusive photos and videos, as well as an in-depth look at our organization and how we operate. The Navy's Flight Demonstration Squadron, the Blue Angels, is the oldest performing U.S. military aviation demonstration team. Since 1946, the Blue Angels have brought naval aviation to men and women of all ages across America. We were first based at Naval Air Station Jacksonville, Florida, flying F-6F Hellcats. We continued flying Grumman Corporation aircraft for 22 years, transitioning in late 1946 to the more powerful and faster F-8F Bearcat. In 1950, we transitioned to jet aircraft with the arrival of the strike-wing F-9 F-2 Panther, the predecessor of the swept-wing F-9 F-8 Cougar, which we received in 1955. In 1957, the Blue Angels became equipped with high-performance aircraft with the arrival of the supersonic F-11 F Tiger. In 1969, we received the McDonnell Douglas F-4 Phantom and flew the supersonic jet until 1974 when we transitioned to the Takeoff Skyhawk. In 1987, we acquired the Boeing F-18 Hornet and demonstrated its reliability over the course of 34 show seasons. We are now in our 6th year of flying the combat-proven Boeing F-A-18 Super Hornet. The pilots and crew chiefs will now start the General Electric engines that power the F-18. The noise level will soon become too loud to hear a description of the checks they will perform. However, please note that each aircraft was carefully inspected by expert Blue Angels maintenance personnel prior to this afternoon's aerial demonstration.
I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
More time. of 2982 for a step elevation of 0 feet and a density altitude of 1,980 feet. Cross squawk 1201, body squawk 1205, code squawk 1206. You're ready to start to be Echo, runway 02, back taxi runway 14, line up away runway 14.
Thanks, Mo. Clear to taxi, line up away runway 14.
What about us? What about when you said that you would be somebody I can trust? You lied to me. Why did you lie to me? You said you'd die for me. Girl, I don't need that for this rock and roll. Ain't that cold? Inhale the smoke and I blow it out slow. 6 feet below, scared of the dark, but I see that it goes. Only keep my eyes closed. I'm reaching, keep me low. Once I'm at home, there is my home. 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 I'm a red rider, wave rider, night rider, on stage with the slider. No, yes, man. Allow me if you understand. What about us? What about when you said that you would be somebody I can trust?
Well, I don't need that, but it's rock and roll. Ain't that cold? It's like an outlaw and I slow. 6 feet low, scared of the dark, but I see.
Blue Angels taxi in tight formation, just as you'll see them perform here this afternoon. This degree of precision has been a trademark of the Blue Angels since first established 80 years ago. 17 officers and 135 in this personnel. Pilots working for flying the diamond formation, showcasing the precision flying required of all Navy and Marine Corps pilots, while pilots 5 and 6 fly as solos, demonstrating the maximum performance capability of the aircraft. Once again, I'm Lieutenant Ronnie Hapesa from Redondo Beach, California. Blue Angel number 7, the narrator for the flight demonstration, as well as the pilot for the key influencer and media personnel we normally fly at each show center. Blue Angel number 8, Commander Lily Montana from Vienna, Virginia, is the Squadron Naval Flight Officer and Events Coordinator. Commander Chris Meek from Fort Worth, Texas, serves as the Squadron's Executive Officer. Our Marine Corps C-130 pilots are Major Isaac Becker from Austin, Texas, Lieutenant Colonel Josh Norman from Kansas City, Missouri, and Captain Lydia Bair from Findlay, Ohio. Lieutenant Commander Natalia Luchetti, our maintenance officer in Honduras, Puerto Rico, is responsible for the men, women, and equipment that keep our aircraft flying. From Olongapo City, Philippines, our assistant maintenance officer is Chief Warrant Officer 3, Julie Menahira. From Center, Ohio, our flight officer is Captain Changeover. From Fredericksburg, Virginia, our supply officer is Lieutenant Garrett Wyman. And from Beaufort, South Carolina, our public affairs officer is Captain Danielle Creel. Our physical representatives are Mr. Jack Ralph from Fort Worth, Texas, Mr. John Lawson from Tigar, Oregon, and Mr. Landy Harnisfager from Nantucket, Massachusetts. Our financial management analyst is Miss Amanda Warrenberg from Warrenton. Now to the left, Captain Brian calls smoke on. Off brakes now. Runners ready now. And the Blue Angel Diamond is running. As they pass before you, you will notice the smoke is no longer visible. The smoke comes on as Captain Brian calls for the deselection of Afterburner. flying through the horizon. He'll roll the formation 180 degrees to the upright position, completing the half-turn bend. Accelerating in the descent, they'll acquire the necessary airspeed to complete their next maneuver. Blue Angel number 5 will complete the dirty roll on takeoff, while Blue Angel number 6 performs a precise low transition. It pitches up at 6 times the force of gravity. Separation between these 3 aircraft. From the right, they perform the opposing night match pass. To those of you who have seen the Blue Angels perform in the past, from the right, at 400 miles per hour, the Diamond Roll. All 4 aircraft flying as one in this graceful 360-degree rolling maneuver. two solo pilots will next demonstrate the inverted flight capability of the F-18. Approaching inverted from the left and right, they'll roll their aircraft 360 degrees, crossing center point. Ladies and gentlemen, the opposing inverted to inverted rolls. The Diamond is setting up for their next maneuver. Approaching center point on Captain Brian's command. All four pilots will simultaneously roll their aircraft 360 degrees as they perform the Diamond Aileron Roll. Here's Captain Brian.
Aileron. Ready, hit it.
Pilots and aviation enthusiasts who appreciate the difficulties associated with carrier aviation will enjoy this next maneuver demonstrated by the two solo pilots. To the right, Lieutenant Commander O'Donnell and Major Locks will establish a mirror image formation. However, look closely as both aircraft are in the carrier landing configuration. As they approach for a maneuver we call the Fortus. For Navy and Marine Corps pilots who must land their aircraft on the small and sometimes pitching deck of an aircraft carrier at sea, slow-speed flight is just as important as high-speed flight. In order to demonstrate the dirty slow-speed handling characteristics of the F-18, Captain Brian has called for the extension of the landing gear and tailhooks by the four Diamond pilots. As they execute a maneuver performed by no other jet demonstration team in the world today, from the left, the Diamond Dirty Loop. To the left, Lieutenant Commander O'Donnell is approaching to demonstrate the maximum performance turn rate of the F-18. Crossing center point, he'll execute a 7.5 G afterburning turn. 4 Diamond pilots approach once again, you should notice 2 significant modifications. The wingman, Lieutenant Schneider and Lieutenant Rubin still maintain minimum wingtip to canopy separation. However, the flight leader and slot pilot are both in the inverted position. From the right, the Blue Angel double Farvel. Behind the spectator area, Blue Angels 5 and 6 are approaching the flight line at 400 miles per hour. Aircraft 270 degrees and crossed with minimum separation. Watch as both pilots sustain 6 times the force of gravity to cross their aircraft over show center. At 378 miles per hour, the Blue Angel Echelon Parade. Blue Angels 5 and 6 are converging on center point to demonstrate the rapid roll rate of the F-18's fly-by-wire flight control systems and horizontal rolls. Their precision flying as they execute a subtle modification while in the inverted position. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Angel Changeover Roll. They exit to the right. You will notice the entire formation has shifted back into the Blue Angel Diamond. maintaining minimum separation. The pilots must now align themselves by looking 90 degrees off their flight path towards Captain Brian's aircraft. From the right, at 350 miles per hour, the 5-plane line abreast flat paths. You have seen several flight profiles of the F-18. The 2 solo pilots will next demonstrate precision roll rate control. Crossing center point, they'll roll their aircraft 360 degrees, pausing after each 90 degrees of rotation. Ladies and gentlemen, the opposing 4-point hesitation roll. Shift back into the Blue Angel Tunnel. Show center. Brian is rolling out the diamond for their next maneuver, the barrel roll break. You'll pull up the vertical, roll the formation 90 degrees, and perform a split S, finishing with the dynamic separation maneuver. formation pulls to level. Each pilot will perform an individual brake turn and exit the flight line in a separate direction. Ladies and gentlemen, the barrel roll break! Captain Brian is rolling out the diamond for another dynamic maneuver, the low brake cross. Crossing center point, each pilot will perform an individual brake turn and exit the flight line in a separate direction. Each aircraft accelerates to 500 miles per hour. They'll perform a reversal turn and head back towards the flight line. You should be able to follow their individual smoke trails, as all four aircraft converge on center point with maximum closure and minimum separation. Characteristics of the F-18 in the clean configuration. No pass before virtually standing Blue Angels 5 and 6 on their tails. At less than 120 miles per hour, the fly-by-wire flight controls provide the slow speed handling that sets the Super Hornet apart in the air-to-air combat arena. Ladies and gentlemen, the section High Alpha Pass. Feel the thunder of 8 engines, producing 168,000 pounds of thrust. completed an intensive winter training period at Naval Air Facility of Central California. The beautiful weather of the Imperial Valley provided us with the optimum conditions to fly each of the demonstration pilots on the 120 training sorties necessary prior to our first public demonstration. Our show season began on the 14th of March and runs through early November. The Blue Angels will perform 65 flight demonstrations while visiting 32 cities throughout the United States. The next portion of our flight demonstration will showcase all 6 aircraft flying together in formation. The Blue Angel Delta has been our signature 6-plane formation since 1958. Behind the crowd to the left, the 2 solo pilots have joined the diamond to form the Blue Angel Delta. On the right, at 400 miles per hour, the Delta Roll. All 5 wingmen maintaining position as they roll 360 degrees over center point. As they exit to the left, observe as Captain Brian brings the formation back towards the flight line. Very shortly, all 6 aircraft will be approaching for the Blue Angel Fleur de Lis. In an aerial salute to our forward deployed forces, all 6 aircraft will separate, perform 360-degree rolls, and the forward diamond pilots will rendezvous through a looping maneuver. From the left, at 450 miles per hour, the Blue Angel Fleur de Lis. Let's listen in. Delta maneuver. As they rendezvous, watch as Captain Brian executes a reversal turn, rolling out the formation for the Delta Loop Break Cross.
Chase me, but I wouldn't mind it if you give me just a little bit of something we can work it with. But all you do is push me out. But I like it anyways. I think I'm getting closer
officially as Captain John calls, ready break!
Now this is the fun.
As each aircraft accelerates to 500 miles per hour, they'll perform a half-Cubanate reversal turn. As they pull up and over the top, you should be able to follow their individual smoke trails, as all 6 pilots simultaneously roll their aircraft 180 degrees and head back towards the flight line from 6 different directions, with maximum closure and minimum separation. They will converge on center point and cross, with a combined closure rate of nearly 1,000 miles per hour. Description of our maneuvers, as well as an in-depth look at our team and individual biographies. We invite you to visit our website and follow us on social media, including Facebook and Instagram.
I'm scared you really need it, but you're never coming back. See your back by the stairs, I guess you already packed. No, I can't change your mind, but how could you just do like that? I'm not ready to let you go, so just give me one more night. Hold me like you're still mine. Hold up me for right now before you leave me. Oh, now it's got my head, watching your footsteps start. So love me for right now before you leave me. Oh, love me for right now before you leave me.
In front of the crowd, the Delta is making its approach to the flight line. Approaching show center, the entire formation will separate in dramatic fashion. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Angel Delta Breakout! Including Navy and Marine Corps aviators, maintenance crews, and support personnel everywhere. From the left, your 2026 Blue Angels. unique demands placed upon naval aviators is that they must be able to land their aircraft on a ship while at sea, whether it be a tactical jet, a propeller-driven aircraft, or a helicopter. It requires skill which the naval aviator must master. In order to perfect this skill, Navy and Marine Corps pilots spend a great deal of time in the landing pattern practicing carrier approaches. In front of you now, Captain Brian and his wingmen are simulating a carrier pattern. Approaching the runway from the left, Captain Brian is confirming that the landing checks have been completed and that each aircraft is in fact ready to land. Rolling out on final, they make constant power and line of corrections, maintaining the optimum rate of descent for the proper touchdown point. The demonstration pilots you have been watching perform here this afternoon are but a small part of the Blue Angels team. The men and women standing before you in blue uniforms are members of the elite Blue Angels maintenance crew. Through hard work, many long hours, and unselfish dedication, they have each year for the past 80 years provided us with the aircraft availability necessary to perform each of these flight demonstrations. Taxiing just off to the right, the Blue Angels will momentarily be turning into the parking area. After completing a short maintenance debrief, the team will come to the crowd line where you will have an opportunity to meet them. As they step away from their aircraft, I would like to take one final opportunity to introduce to you the demonstration pilots you have been watching perform here this afternoon.
said hello to.
All right, good. Yeah, yeah. Now here he comes now.
There he is. Yep.
How's everything for you today?
Excellent. I think I might actually remember to apply sunscreen. That's good. So, I think I'll be good.
You know what? Okay. So that obviously something happened to make you remember that. Yeah, I'm not really young. Yeah.
All right, let's go.
I'll see you tomorrow, sir.
Having secured their engines, the pilots will simultaneously exit their aircraft on a signal from Captain. It has been an honor and our pleasure to perform for you here at Naval Air Station Pax River, Maryland. This, our 22nd flight demonstration of the 2026 season. Ladies and gentlemen, flying Blue Angel number 6, the opposing solo from Chantilly, Virginia. Lux. Flying Blue Angel number 5, the lead solo from Freeport, Maine, Lieutenant Commander Connor O'Donnell. Flight Blue Angel number 4, the slot pilot from Beaufort, South Carolina, Lieutenant Colonel Brandon Wilkins. Flight Blue Angel number 3, the left wingman from Geneva, Illinois, Lieutenant Chris Rubin. Flight Blue Angel number 2, the right wingman from Thousand Oaks, California, Lieutenant Cam Schneider. Flight Blue Angel number 1, the commanding officer and flight leader of the Blue Angels from Canton, Connecticut, Captain Adam Bryan. Ladies and gentlemen, representing your United States Navy and Marine Corps, the 2026 Blue Angels.
Thank you, Blue Angels. Give it for them one more time, ladies and gentlemen. The Blue Angels.